embrace the possibilities.
Let's make the future for a 360 film.
I think we should do our cities and buildings differently.
This is my message. Think.
Development for me means increase in complexity.
It's a simple addition for a designer, but it saves a lot of time in practice.
Why is the resident not so clever?
So this could be interesting for you as well. Okay, so I've got a presentation that takes quite a while to load, so that buys me an extra 5 seconds, which is important because we've got to really pack a lot of stuff in. So my name is Ken Hickling, as you've heard, and what kind of a person am I? How many people actually know who I am? Okay, about 3 or 4 of you. Okay, well, I used to be a marketing person. And I also used to be a sales guy, and I used to be a business guy, and I really do a little bit more business strategy now, but I started out studying boat building in Southampton. So that's my credentials. Now, hands up if you're a big business kind of person. Big business person? Okay. No, maybe not. Hands up if you're a small business kind of a person. Okay, they're all sitting back, that's fine. So this is going to be interesting for you. This is about how to be successful in business. The rest of you, maybe not so interesting, unless, of course, you work in a business. Do you work in a business? Okay, you work in a business, so you're these kind of guys. You're interested in how successful the business is, of course, because if the business is successful, then you might get a pay rise. So this could be interesting for you as well. Okay, businesses face a challenge. They face 3 challenges, according to the people that I'm going to tell you about in a moment. The first one, under my challenge is is the entrepreneurial challenge. What is it that people are going to pay you for? The engineering challenge is how do you make it, ship it, get it to the customer? How do you design it? That's the engineering challenge. And the last one is the administrative challenge, which is how do you actually run the company successfully? You need to know what the shape of your market is. You might get the shape right, but you might get the size wrong. And you might sort of get the shape right, but you might get the details a little bit shady. So understanding your market is very important because that helps you meet the entrepreneurial challenge. Engineering, you all know about that, so we're not going to touch on that. Let's go back to the 60s. There were these 2 professors, okay, Professor Miles and Professor Snow. And they studied what is it that makes businesses successful. And they wanted a formula. And what they found was actually that there were 4 types of business, 3 of which were successful. And we're going to look at those in a moment. You with me so far? Excellent. Okay, the first type of business is a prospector. This is the innovation-led business, first into the market, full of charismatic leaders who are driven to surround themselves with really smart people and succeed by saying, I've got this great idea and everybody's going to want to buy it. Okay? Prospector companies. And they produce products which change the market. They bring things out which nobody's seen before because they have this vision. And that's what they do. They do stuff which is cool and interesting and innovative, and we all want to work for these guys, don't we? Yeah. Sinclair Spectrum, by the way, if you're old enough. The first real personal computer. But they do get things fabulously wrong. How many times has Sony tried to launch the mini-disc? At least twice, spending minutes. The Apple Newton, yeah, they've airbrushed that out of their history, haven't they? Virgin Racing, not so successful. And of course the Sinclair C5, which broke the company. And that's the risk for prospectors. They bet the entire company on their next great idea. It's high risk and expensive because they have they have so much flexibility. The next one is the defender. If the prospector is first into the market, the defender is last out, driven by engineers and some cost accountants. And what they do is they make stuff and they make it really, really well. They don't make any rejects, so their costs go down and their quality goes up and everybody wants to buy them. For a while, the BMW 3 Series was cheaper to make than the Ford Mondeo, and yet much more expensive. So we're talking basic products, reliable, consistent, high-end products, reliable, consistent. Rolls-Royce, they're still making the same car. Even the headlights are in the same place. So it's just the same thing. They do it again and again and again, which is great if the market likes what you want, but if the market shifts, and suddenly nobody's buying vinyl records or SME tonearms, or you're producing textbooks and it's all gone digital online now, you're in a market that doesn't exist. So your vulnerability is the very fact that you're locked in so solidly to the thing that you make. Our next company is the analyzer. The analyzer watches what the prospector does and brings the engineering-driven focus that the defender does. So they're driven by marketing people, And instead of blue sky research, they have applied research. A little bit different. Analyzers are great because they can work out what it is that was really cool about that thing that's far too expensive, and then they can do another version of it that's much cheaper, like Windows, or Asus, who just make stuff that seems to be pretty cool tech. Costa, they're not exactly Starbucks, but it's pretty nice coffee. And of course Google, they didn't invent the browser, did they? But they took over from Netscape and Yahoo and all the rest. So lots of excitement there. They can work out how to do the thing that somebody else has done before. But who wants Me Too tech? It's not quite as cool as the original, you know? Do you want a Harley Davidson or do you want a Honda Easy Rider? I think it's a Harley Davidson, isn't it? So the original is often far more exciting, the Google Nexus and so on, than the copy. You know, the copy isn't quite as cool. Now, our fourth company is the one that's rubbish. This is the one that's an analyzer. They don't know which direction they're going in because they're responding, a reactor. They're responding to the market, this market, today, which means they're already too late. They have no strategic direction, they're not organized, they think they can be big, they think they can be agile all at the same time. They think they'd be innovative and have no costs. So they're full of problems. A few examples here. You know, how do you lose the market? Honeywell servers, what do they do now? I don't know. These guys were like the biggest combine harvest of manufacturers. They just make trucks now. And perhaps was one of the biggest brewers in America. They all lost the market. You have no idea who these people are because they're gone. So that's the risk. Reactors are rubbish. So, hands up if you work for a prospector, if you think you work for a prospector or run a prospector company. Okay, not too many there. Hands up if you're a defender company. Okay, hands up if you're an analyzer company. Okay, so the rest of you can't be bothered to put your arm up. You clearly work for reactors. Okay. Now, is it a good idea to be working for a reactor? You need to change it from within? Possibly. And if you're the boss, you need to decide to change and not be a reactor. Otherwise, I think your course of action is fairly clear. Don't work for an analyzer. Time to move on. So, has that all made sense? Has that all made sense? Yeah. Have I shed a little bit of light on this situation, this unhappy situation, which should therefore give you a pathway that will make you happy? Are we all good? Yeah. I am done. Thank you.